Imagine for a moment that you have an opportunity to witness a new life, a heartbeat, a soul, a future, all taking place right in front of your eyes. And then imagine that life being taken away before it even has a chance to begin. This is the terrible reality of abortion, and I am here to persuade you on why it is bad, in many different ways. I have heard all about the impacts it has had on people who have had abortions, and how so many people have regretted it throughout their lives. This made me dive in deeper on how and why abortions are bad. My call to action is to bring attention to why abortion is so wrong and also hopefully prevent some people from doing it. I'm going to be going over 4 reasons on why it is bad, including the value of life, the impact it has on the mom, dangers and risks, and lastly, the different alternatives. Let's start by talking about how important the value of life is. First of all, we should recognize the giant importance of the value of human life. From the start of pregnancy, an unborn child has its own unique DNA, its own distinct identity, and the potential to grow into a full-fledged person. Every individual has a right to life, a right that should not be misused simply just because of their size, their stage of development, or their level of dependency. Consider this: if we truly believe that everyone has a right to human life, then we must extend that belief to the unborn. Every human life, no matter how small or how little, deserves the protection of society, and they deserve even more the support of their parents. To deny this truth is to devalue everyone's life. It shows that some lives are not worth living, and where does that logic end? Next, we'll talk about the impacts abortion have on women. While abortion may seem like a solution to an unplanned pregnancy or a not wanted child, it can have long-term psychological and emotional consequences for women. Numerous studies have shown that women who undergo abortions often experience feelings of regret, depression, and anxiety. In fact, some studies suggest that the emotional toll of abortion can be more damaging than the physical effects. I found this information on the National Institute of Health. This could result in terrible thoughts or ideas that have led to even worse decisions. This is a very serious problem that many people need to take into consideration, because it is one major problem that people have with abortions. Women facing an unplanned pregnancy deserve compassion and support, not a quick fix that may haunt them for years to come. They should be encouraged and guided to choose life, with access to counseling, adoption services, and resources that provide the help they need. Every woman deserves the opportunity to make a choice that will bring peace and healing, rather than the trauma for the years to come. Another thing that most women don't realize until later is that their religious beliefs go very much against it. Many religions teach that abortion is very wrong, based on the belief that life is valuable and that humans are not able to determine life and death. For example, Christian denominations often cite biblical teachings about the importance of life, while Islamic law and Jewish tradition also oppose abortion except in specific cases. I found this information on focusonthefamily.com. Some argue that legalizing abortion forces people with certain religious or moral convictions to either accept or support abortion in ways that violate their conscience. This concern is particularly relevant for healthcare providers who may be legally required to perform abortions, even if their beliefs go very much against it. Now that we have talked about the mental side of things, let's take a look at the actual dangers of abortion procedures. We must consider the physical risks associated with the abortion. No medical procedure is without risk, and this is no exception for abortion. While it is often marked as safe procedure, complications can arise, including heavy bleeding, infection, and damage to the uterus, which may have long-term implication on women's health and future fertility. The emotional and physical risks make it clear that abortion is not the best option for women who find themselves in a very difficult circumstance. Abortion carries potential risks and complications, although serious physical harm is kind of rare when the procedure is performed under decent medical supervision. In some instances, scarring or adhesion may occur, which could affect future pregnancies. Medical abortion, typically involving medication, may also lead to side effects like nausea, vomiting, abdominal pain, or incomplete abortion, requiring follow-up care. The physical risk should always be weighed against the personal and medical factors involved in a woman's decision to seek an abortion. and it is important to women to receive proper counseling and care before, during, and after the procedure. Lastly, there are many different alternatives that would be much more beneficial. One of the most compelling reasons why abortion is so wrong is that there is a loving and practical alternative: adoption. Every year, thousands of couples keep waiting for the amazing opportunity to adopt a child and build a family of their own, and would give anything to have kids of their own. Many women in the world struggle with infertility and want to adopt, raise kids, and love them with all they can. There is no shortage of families who would provide a loving home for a child born in difficult circumstances. By choosing life and placing a child for adoption, a woman can give the child the chance to live a full, rich life while also ensuring that the child has a loving family to care for them. Adoption is not a lesser option. It is in fact an act of selflessness and love. It offers a solution that respects both the unborn child and the woman's needs. I found this information on adoptionnetwork.com. Now let's go over what I talked about today. I went over the importance of human life, the effect it has mentally on women, dangers of abortions, and lastly, the alternatives. In conclusion, abortion is not just a medical procedure. It is the taking of a human life. It is a real issue, a human rights issue, and a tragedy that affects both the unborn and the women involved. We must stand up for the value of every human life, no matter how small or little, and we must offer compassion and support to women facing unplanned pregnancies. Instead of abortion, let's choose life. Let's work together to create a society where every child has the opportunity to live and thrive. Let's offer women the resources, the love, and the support they need to make a life-affirming decision. Because in the end, no one can undo the act of taking a life. We can all be part of the solution to help protect them. Thank you.